back. One more person added to the set, of course. Honorable Mr. Anil Roberts, welcome.
Good evening, everybody.
Now we getting flashbacks. He remembering his days.
You wouldn't know. I'm telling you, the first episode of Spork I did, there was no air conditioning in Gael. I was interviewing Willie Rodriguez, Tony Gray, and Dr. Nigel Camacho about cricket. We had 3 fans going, and when you hear the show, all you hear is throughout the whole show.
So you see why we have no fun tonight, right? Anyway, we're going straight into getting it done before we get into big talk with Anil Roberts tonight. So first off, on getting it done, my boy Sebastian Vettel winning his 6th Formula 1 race of the season after winning the European Grand Prix at Valencia on Sunday. Vettel now has a 77-point lead in the championship and looks set to retain his world title.
Speak to about Fernando Alonso because you like your boy.
What's that? Look, Ferrari is not your year this year, but you know what? From next week, you gotta watch them Unstoppables. Maybe it'll be a little slow down a little bit.
Minister Roberts, what you really think about that?
Well, I like the Grenadian boy, you know. We had a good season 2 years or 3 years ago, but since then, car giving us some pressure.
Yeah.
Men
So he's a McLaren fan, he's a Ferrari fan, I'm the Red Bull man.
Well, Red Bull, you'll be good Sunday.
Yeah.
you have your fluke dog, you have your plane to fly out.
Yeah,
SportLight plane.
he's flying.
Yeah, he's
I
flying
fly
like
wings
normal
on the
every day.
Right, moving on, the Trinidad and Tobago swimming team at CCCAN Championships taking place in Mayagüez, Puerto Rico. So far, the team has won 9 gold medals, 6 silver and 4 bronze, breaking 3 CCCAN records in the process. Joshua McLeod, Kimberly John Williams, Dylan Carter, Joshua Romani and Kirsten Julian have led the way with gold medal performances, with McLeod and John Williams setting new CCCAN records.
Now, usually swim. I mean, you
swimmer.
are swimming.
Yeah,
Tell us about that.
No, that's fantastic. And the pool, they're swimming in Mayagüez. In 1980, I was on the national team for the CISC, which is the smaller version. The CCCAN includes Costa Rica, Central America, and Venezuela, and so on. But we swam in that Mayagüez pool, but obviously it's been refurbished by Murphy since then. But the swimming performances are very good. Joshua McLeod, his 50 fly, 24.29 was excellent. Kimberly John Williams is getting better now. She went through about 4 years where she was not improving as much as we would have liked to see. But the young ones, Dylan Carter and Joshua Romy, Kristen Julian.
But you ain't stop your walk at all. You know your thing.
Oh, yeah, I don't know your thing. I mean, we have a lot of talent.
For sure.
But swimming CCCAN is very good. When I went CCCAN first time, 1979.
Licks like fire?
Licks like fire, licks like
for
feet.
sure.
It used to be about 23 of us, and we used to have to share 1 gold medal. Randy Atin or Patricia Barton will win 1 race, and all of we coming home touching piece of the medal.
Go ahead.
Lastly, Trinidad and Tobago sharpshooter Roger Auenbauer Jr.
Back.
It's Gil typing, you know.
But I spell it the right way.
That's George Bovell cousin, Roger
All right,
Auerbach.
Auenbach Jr., who placed 3rd in the sporting, 2nd in the skeet, 2nd in the trap, 1st in the combined trap and skeet, 1st in the combined sporting and skeet, 1st in the combined trap and sporting, and 1st in the overall best shooter. All this against shooters from Guadeloupe, Martinique, Barbados, Cayman Islands, Dominican Republic, and the USA.
He's shooting like he from over?
Commissioner of Police, we have a candidate for you.
No, but actually, that is a key point because shooting, one of the problems is, now he was lucky because his family owns large estates and so on, so he was able to practice privately. But to be a world-class shooter with the laws that we have now, young people, well, no. I would just like to say that the comments made by but no, we have to think about it. We have to look really with the Minister of National Security to see if in a sporting country,
open up a little bit.
Because to be talented at anything world-class, you need to start at a young. We're also looking at bringing back the paintball, you know, because I think we have some
that was good. I enjoyed that.
Yes, but you see, because of the laws, you know, we don't understand that you could do things responsibly without them, you know.
Well, that was the...
You see why I didn't sell my paintball marker?
True.
Yeah, so that was it for getting it done. We're getting straight into our interview now with Mr. Roberts. I don't know what to say because right now I'm feeling so warm.
But you see, that's why I put on this jacket, you know, this desert storm. There ain't no softball thing. What do you mean?
It really doesn't.
The first question I think everybody want to ask is, what happened with the track at the National Stadium?
Yeah, what really
we
going
already
on
get the real...
Well, the real story, let me go quick. First and foremost, the track was changed in 2006. It's supposed to have a 10-year life guarantee. However, 4 years later, it was decertified and gone through. For whatever reason, who knows? They had pretended that they did something for the 2009 Caribbean Games, which didn't turn out, but they didn't do anything. Last year, when we came into power, we had the World Cup under 17. So the money was allocated quite late. So we had to break down the work into 2 phases. So we did phase 1, which was, wait now, let's make Trinidad and Tobago look good. So that when the cameras show, and we did well, right? So the local contractors did very well. They worked for 10 days straight and prepared the stadium just to look superficially good. Phase 2 was the real work, which included the track, the plumbing, all the toilets in a mess, the electricity, the place rusting, terrible. That's the real work. However, through the Ministry of Finance, the payments, the contractors who work well in September, we were only able to pay them the money in February. Through the public service and all of this red tape.
It's all come out here on the SportLight.
It's coming out, but
so therefore, only when they were paid for that, we can't go second phase and then pay first phase.
You know?
So then the tender went out and the company was contracted to do the track. The Germans were down here and they had a timeline and they were going well. But then rain started. And that track is like putting on tint on your car. If it's wet, it had to be pristine, dry. It's not like paving a road in the rain to get votes and so on. And so the rain just delayed it. Of course.
No, let's pay vote together.
Well, not us. The previous regime. But paved wrong door. Right. But what happened was the rain started to slow it down and so on. So it's always upsetting because when athletes, and I'm a coach, you plan for the day to run and excited. And I must commend the entries because they have made it that all their big stars have to run down here.
Yes.
So all the big boys were ready to run. It would have been excitement. But it's God in charge. We can't do anything. It will be complete. It's on. It's now with the rain. It's still behind time, but they moved it back to August. Any funds that are necessary for all the top athletes to come, the ministry will handle and so on. But of course, we humbly apologize for the delay. But
no $1 million inquiry into the money, right? All right.
And then we're going to do, after that one, we do the Arthur Bolden, the Larry Gomes, and then Dwight York.
And what is the situation with Taruba? What we doing with that? By my father said that is for chutney competition now.
Well, I think so. No, chutney Soca Monarch would be good there, or a marketplace, or fair. But in all seriousness, it's not under the Ministry of Sport and Youth Affairs. However, it's under UDCOT, which was under Ministry of Planning, which has now moved to Ministry of Housing and so on. There are real problems with Taruba. They spent 1.1 billion already. Now, in the inquiry report, when you read it, it makes terrible reading. 370 stop work orders. There are questions about the steel. The design of the roof was so intricate that once you sit down in that stadium, you will get wet no matter what. There's no one will
so intricate, it has holes.
It has holes
It's like the new airport.
Let me put it this way. All over for Cricket World Cup 2007, they built stadium. Guyana in Providence, you had Grenada, you had Antigua, St. Kitts, Trelawney in Jamaica, and the average cost per seat in those stadia was $5,000 to $6,000 TT dollars per seat.
Right.
So if you had a 10,000 seater, it would have cost whatever $600 million, $60 million. Right. Our cost right now at Taruba is not finished. Per seat, and you sit down on a seat, per seat $106,000 per seat.
That is ridiculous.
That's where we are now. And from what we're hearing,
they had to spend
a little bit again. We don't know how much. But obviously, UDCOT will try to finish it, but it will never be feasible. It doesn't make sense. How many cricket matches can we really host there per year?
To make back that money.
No, you can't make back that, but at least to make it viable. And remember, the original budget was $850 million in 2003. The Brian Lara, I don't like to call it Brian Lara. The Taruba thing was supposed to, let me leave him out of that. Was supposed to cost $272 million. Then the other $600 million was supposed to be aquatic center, cycling, velodrome, AstroTurf, dormitories, gym, sports medicines, all of that.
All that gone through. All right, well, we're going to take a break. The minister's staying with us, so as the show goes along, we're going to be asking him questions. We let him off the hook. He has plenty questions.
He's still in there.
He's still sweating.
He's still sweating. When he was host, he ponging people. We can't let
him get to the way tonight.
So we're taking a break.
We're coming back.